Okay, one real quick note. On the last video, or a video, 2 videos or so ago, there was a chat thing I left in here. I took that out because I don't own that chat system and I really don't want to release it in this, but I will say this. It's real easy to put a chat system on there. There's tons of free ones around the internet. You can look and actually see the name of that chat one on the last video, and you can look it up yourself and just pop it in here wherever you want if you want to chat, or you can join the forums. We have tons of different places we can point you to, but I really don't feel comfortable releasing it inside this, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out. But going back to where we left off, one thing I want to mention about the player button is, if you notice I put in name does not equal player info name. If you don't put that in there, it's always going to find a player because it's always going to find you. You're going to be standing. So in other words, it's going to select name from players where player equals the row, or the player's row and the player's column equals them. It's always going to equal yourself. So you have to make sure to put that does not equal your name. Otherwise, you're gonna run into a problem. Um, so now we're going to do our stats. And alright, when I say stats, I mean our actual weapon stats. I'm sorry, our map stats. Here's our map stats. Your harvesting, your mining, all that other good stuff. And you'll see that if the harvest is less than 15, it's excellent. And this is where you, whenever you're building your map, this is where you need, this is your key. This is where you need to look to see how good you want things, how bad you want things. Because anything under 15, remember, the lower the better is excellent. Anything under 30 is good. Anything under 50 is fair. Now, anything from 16 to 30 is good. The way this does is let's say that I have a 15 or a 16. Or it's actually not even 16. It's from, because it's less than 15. So 15 to 30 is going to be, or 15 to 29 is going to be the actual range there. So this will be 15 to 29. This will be from 30 to 49, and then so on. It'll go all the way through this. Anything greater than 70 is horrid, and it's going to be pretty tough. And you'll see whenever we get into the mining and stuff where those numbers count. But basically, all we're doing is we're setting up the colors. I made each color, according to how they are. Like fair, it starts, better is blue, and then it actually turns red and goes on through there. You can change those colors to however you want. All you do is you change them right here. You can just change them one time and then copy and paste them. The next thing we want to do is we're actually going to, let's go back to our map real quick. We're just, all we're doing is we're setting up now the harvesting the name, which is here, and then the variable that we created, and putting it there. That way it all lines up, and that's all that's doing is placing the results of this. Not sure what this is right here. It's actually a blank. I may have been setting up for another feature. Doesn't look like it's used for any. Oh, I'm not quite sure what that's for. So let's just skip it for now. Let's go to creature, and you got to think it's been about 3 years since I've worked on this game, maybe 2.5. So I'm trying to remember the code as we go. The next is the creature name. Okay, if there's a creature here, now what I've done is if there's a creature here, then you have to attack it or even kill it. You have to kill it. Hopefully I don't die here. I'm trying to kill it so I can show you guys. Okay, I killed it. Now if you notice, when I go back, I can now hunt. Mine, hunt, fish, whatever. You can't do that if there are creatures there. That way players just can't go to a place and say, I'm just going to hunt and not even worry about the creature. They have to kill the creature. So when you start getting, and we've seen this happen in this game whenever it was in its heyday, whenever we had a couple hundred players, that people were having to kill things because everybody was trying to run around and just soak up all the resources. Well, everybody was hitting every spot and that leaving creatures there, to where finally everybody was like, okay, we got to start killing things. And it actually created a really unique experience because we had players banding together, going out and killing places, and we actually had guilds defining spots, secretly hiding spots where they would kill all the creatures and then sit there and hunt and keep doing it over and over again. So it really makes a unique experience when it comes to that. But so to show you how exactly I got that working, which is pretty simple, you just basically, if the creature does not equal nothing, then it's going to tell you. And what has happened here is there's a div that's over that, um, a div that shows its location. Watch out if I get these buttons right. The creature div and this div is pretty much the same area right there. But it's basically saying there's a creature here, you must kill it, and then it creates a link, and then exit. It ends the code because that's the end of the code. So this will never even be run. If there's a creature here, it just doesn't run this, and that's how it stops it from being. But if there's not a creature there, then it goes ahead and runs these, and all these are is HTML buttons that points to the right spot. So that's basically the map system in a whole. I may come back and go over these a couple more, especially the map system in case people didn't understand it. But this is a real quick down and dirty of it. It's pretty simplistic. The whole system is. And like I said, we'll probably come back and touch it, but I'm going to keep moving on and keep going through all the code, so we can try to get through this. Because if you notice, there's a whole lot of pages.